Okay, we are back. Unfortunately, I had some problems with the Roblox game. I don't know what happened, but the audio was getting really, really choppy there, and it would not. The game just kind of quit responding altogether. So I'm not sure exactly what was going on with that. But this is the game I wanted to finish on anyway. So let's check out their version of the ship real quick, and then we will go into the sinking mode, and that's how we're going to end the night. Because for a cheaper game, this game is actually not that bad. Of course, this isn't going to have nowhere near the level of the bridge from uh, the inner part of the bridge. But still, it's a fairly decent copy or rendition of the ship. Hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that we can't try out the Roblox, but it'll be all right. Sounds like waves hitting on a beach instead of being actually out in the open ocean. All right, so again, not a bad model of the ship, but you cannot explore any interior areas, as we discovered last time we played this game. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the sinking. So the simulation goes on for 30 minutes. What was the other one? D deck sinking. All right, let's do it. It does take this game a minute to load, clearly. All right, here we go. Let's get down to where we can see the berg. This probably has the best lighting. Okay, I just saw it. I can see its reflection on the water. Okay, there's the chime. Hard to port. It's amazing that they were not able to steer the ship out of the way if it was really that far away. But here we go. Collision's about to happen. And there it is. Uh, There is a great shot in the Honor and Glory trailer that they put out on YouTube for their live stream where it's a view from looking out the windows of the Cafe Parisien and you see the iceberg going by and the thing is gigantic. All right, that was hard to starboard, I believe. Yeah, they went hard to port first, and they went hard to starboard. And again, this is not a real-time syncing. This is, it takes about 30 minutes to go through the syncing on this particular game. So everything is accelerated. The first lifeboat wasn't launched until an hour after the collision. And I don't believe they're launched in the proper order on this game that they were in real life. See, they've already got this one out. See if they got any on this side. Yep. So the most forward on each side, they're already out. And there's no way they would have swung them out this early. In real life, Captain Smith is calling Thomas Andrews up to the bridge so they can go down and have a look at the damage, which took about 15 minutes or so for them to assess the damage. Oh, I did not want to do that. May have to restart. I did not want to do that. Is there a way to get back on the boat? Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to restart. I did not mean to jump off the boat. Which is no big deal because we weren't that far into it in the first place. We can just look at the collision from a different angle now. Hey, do not jump off the boat again. I keep saying boat, it's a ship. It seems like the iceberg showed up a little earlier when we played it. There it is. Let's get up on the boat deck. All right, that's fleet signaling. You tend to stick to the ship a lot on this one. It's one thing I do not like about this particular game. Oh, so they've already got the boat swung out. That would have not been the case in real life. This boat was not swung out. All right, here we go. All right, now the ship would be going hard to starboard now. All right, let's get back up to at least A deck here. If the stupid game will let us. Okay, here we go. I think they were out in the middle of the Atlantic. It was a moonless night, so the iceberg actually would not have been as bright as it was. And you probably wouldn't even be able to see the water from that far out. In fact, the water and the sky would have blended together. You would not have been able to see where the water line was. It was that dark. Now, one thing about this game, you cannot die, as you know if you've watched the last live stream when I played this game. You basically can walk on the water, so we can observe the ship sinking from any angle that we want. But it's too early to do that yet. I'm gonna wait till they actually start lowering the lifeboats away. So they're all uncovered, which I don't think they were covered up in the first place in the game. In real life, of course, they were. See, they still haven't started swinging out the boats yet. Is that a boat getting ready to launch? Let's see how the bow's doing. Oh, there's a rocket. I do like that you can walk on top of the bridge on this one. So, I mean, everything's still looking good. I can see the list from here, though. We've got the 3-degree list to port. And eventually she's going to level herself out. But if I remember right, also, this game exaggerates the list quite a bit. And I would imagine that's because it's such an accelerated version of the actual sinking. The dome on top of the grand staircase. Oh yeah, now I'm seeing the bow's going down now. You can clearly see it happening. So let's go over here. Now on this side of the ship, oh, okay, now they're lowering lifeboats. Here it goes. So on this side of the ship, another rocket. You would have had Second Officer Charles Lightoller conducting the evacuation on the port side of the ship here. And he interpreted Captain Smith's orders about the whole women and children thing. He interpreted the orders as women and children only. And if you went over to the port, the starboard side of the ship, you had First Officer William Murdoch conducting the evacuation on this side of the ship. And he interpreted Captain Smith's orders as women and children first. So this lifeboat here, if every available woman in the area was on this lifeboat and there were only men left standing right here, Murdoch would have let men on. Lightoller would have absolutely not let men on the boat. So if you were a man on the Titanic, the only chance you had at surviving was to be on the starboard side of the ship, where Officer Murdoch was. Let's go check the forecastle deck. Okay, so yet we got 3 boats lowered. Let's go check the starboard side. Okay, we've got 3 now on the starboard side. And again, I am not concerned about getting on a lifeboat because you cannot die in this game. If you hit the water, you walk on the water. Oh, there goes another rocket. And at some point, we are just going to jump off the boat and go in the water so we can observe the sinking. We've got a pretty hard list now. Funny how they still show the iceberg over there in the background. The ship did get pretty far. They didn't come to an all stop immediately, and actually, for a few minutes after the ship was stopped, Captain Smith started the engines back up, and they went. I think it was maybe a couple more miles before the engine shut down for the final time. I cannot get up on that ladder for some reason. Let's go down the A deck promenade here. So more and more boats are being lowered away. Again, when the stream is over, I am very much anticipating the Titanic Honor and Glory live stream. They're going to be doing a real-time sinking animation of the ship. It's a completely updated version of the one they've been doing the past couple of years. So I would encourage you to check that out if you're itching for some more Titanic content for tonight. They usually have a couple of experts on their stream each year when they do this. I do not know if they have any lined up for this year yet. I guess we'll find out when they start streaming. And if you're interested in other Titanic content by me, there is a playlist on my YouTube channel that is called Titanic and Other Ship-Related Content. I've done other streams about the Titanic and other ships, of course. Today, I put up a video where I tour the real-life ship, the USS Alabama, in person. So if that's something you're interested in, I've built a few model ships. I've got those on that playlist as well. Did a couple of shorts this week that are also on that playlist with various bits of information about the Titanic. So there are three levels of folks when I think of Titanic. You have the experts, you have people like me who I know more than what I just saw in the movie, and then you've got the casual person who just watched the movie. I consider myself to be right there in the middle. I'm not an expert, but I certainly know more than just what was shown to me in the movie. All right, so we've got a hard port list now, and I've always kind of questioned how hard they have the list in this game. I don't know if it would ever listed this hard. And when the bow gets really low, the ship does even out before it develops a list to starboard. And I don't believe they do that in this game. All right, so let's go ahead and just get off the ship now. The bow's going under. This way we can observe the ship from a view. Let's go look at the list from a dead-on view of it. Okay, so actually the list doesn't look too bad. I think it's the Britannic game they have. The same company made one on the Britannic, and the list was like horribly off in that game. And again, this is not a real-time syncing in this game. This is a 30-minute version of the syncing. Of course, as we all know, the ship took 2 hours and 40 minutes to sink in real life. don't think I've ever looked at the stern sinking in this particular version of the sinking. Let's go have a look at the stern. The propellers are probably out of the water by now. All right, so the starboard side propeller's not out yet, or neither one. It's crazy to believe. Even at this point in the sinking, there were still people on the ship that did not believe the ship was going to sink. There's another rocket. You're walking on water, and it sounds like you're walking on like wooden planks or something. All right, so here we go. The forecastle deck is completely under. Now, at this point, the ship should have been be leveling out, and they're not doing that. Like, it wasn't completely leveled out at this point, but it was leveling out. Now, I can actually see it going down. So all the lifeboats are gone except for the collapsibles. Even seeing it sink in a video game is just gut-wrenching. I'm not kidding when I say you hate to see it. Yep. So the port side bridge wing is just about completely under. You can see the bridge is going under. Can't even get in the bridge anymore. I believe at this point is when Captain Smith and Thomas Andrews just got into the water. All right, here goes the first collapsible floating off. Remember, Harold Bride was trapped under this boat. As it floated off, he was able to swim out from under it because it pinned him to the deck. He was underneath the boat as the deck flooded, and when it floated off, he was able to get out from under it and climbed up on it. Looks like some of the other streamers that I'm going to be trying to check out are going live. So once we finish this, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Again, I'll be watching Titanic Honor and Glory's live stream, which I believe comes on in about 30 minutes from now. See, it's 8:30 my time, which means in 3 hours and 10 minutes, the collision happens. All right, so stern's going to be getting higher and higher in the air. Once the starboard side bridge wing goes under, I'm gonna go check out the stern section. All right, let's go to the stern. We're gonna keep a wide view because I want to see if the first funnel is gonna fall off. Yep, there it goes. First funnel is down. So yeah, the ship never rights itself in this version of the sinking, so this is not 100% accurate. All right, the central prop is coming out of the water. There's the starboard. Yeah, they're both of them actually. All right, let's go ahead and hop in a lifeboat and see what the view would have been like. You see the props are almost completely out of water now. Let's get on. This is what people would have been looking at. Trying ever so hard to get up this boat deck, and I've been to the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge, and they have a thing where you can go where it's like 45 degrees up the deck. It's just a small little piece of deck. And I had to climb the railings to get up there. So walking up this, at some point, at this point in the sinking, you're stuck on the ship wherever you are. There is no running up the deck at this point. It's way too steep. There goes another funnel. There's number 2. I think the breakup's going to happen in just a bit. Yeah, look at that. Propellers are way out now. There it goes. There's the brake. Funnel number 3. There goes number 4. Of course, no one would dare get this close to the ship while it was going under because of the suction. And she's gone. And if you were one of the few fortunate ones to be in one of these boats, you had to sit in this boat for another 2 hours or so until the Carpathia showed up. And you didn't even know if she was going to show up or if any ship was going to show up. Okay, folks, I think that is going to wrap up the stream here. I'd like to thank everyone who stopped by and everyone who chatted and participated. These replays are going to be available on the channel. There's a lot more content coming out on the channel that I'm excited about and can't wait to share with you guys in the near future. I am building another Titanic model currently, so that is going to be another video. Me building the model is another video that'll be on the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe if you like the content. And I am going to go get ready to watch the other streamers that I'm going to be watching do live streams of real-time syncing animations of the ship. It's something I do every year. And I think it's this is definitely an appropriate time for me to end the stream. It is 8:40 my time, which means in exactly 3 hours from the time I'm streaming this, the Titanic hits the iceberg. Thanks again for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support you can provide and always have. And we'll be back again in future streams and with more future content. So until the next time, drive safely.